You are tuning in to T.Brown Media Mondays. Sit back, enjoy the interview. Only good vibes, only good vibes.
Damn, llama, that's a banger. So, welcome to Media Mondays.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for
Definitely.
also creating our new intro theme song. Like, how did that even happen? What made you want to reach out to me and do that? I'm like so internally grateful for that.
Actually, I'm really into like writing soundtracks and theme songs for a lot of things. And when I saw the Kasim, when he was posting on Instagram and I watched it, I was like, oh, this is dope. I really like interviews and stuff and like watching interviews.
Same.
And then I just reached out to you like, and I was like, oh, okay. Maybe you should let me write the theme song for her show. And you did. And I'm very grateful.
What made you want to create the Swaggy Jazz tape? That music like that actually helps people study. Seeing that you put in the quote something to do your homework too.
Actually, that was my mom's idea.
Aww.
The whole jazz tape, that was all my mother, Mama Llama. Shouts out to her.
Shout out.
Because over the past 2 years or so, I just make like little jazzy instrumentals. Mm-hmm. And she listens to it while she does her work. And she was like, John, the greatest idea was if you did a tape and just put it out there as like a homework tape. And I was like, nah, that's not gonna work. And I just had a bunch of leftovers, and I asked my Instagram followers because I posted a snippet and everybody was going crazy for it. And I was like, okay, I have a lot of material of this, and do y'all want it?
Right.
And everyone voted yes. And I was like, okay. So I just put it out there. And
what was the first instrument that you picked up?
Guitar. And I actually started from Guitar Hero. And
I love that game, that and DJ Hero.
Yeah. Guitar is my main instrument. Like every song you hear guitar on it. Like Kasim's Lyrical Liberation. That's like a fun. It has you probably don't notice it, but it's guitar under the beat.
In the very back, the strings just lightly.
Yeah. That's a great example.
What made you want to start taking music serious?
All right, so after I started Guitar Hero, it made me want to play real guitar. And this guy named Tyvon, he played guitar. He played like metal guitar. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was so cool. And I ended up forming my own band in 5th grade. And shouts out Kylie, Jalen, and Ishmael. I don't know what they're doing now. But
shout out to y'all.
Yeah. And
what was the band's name?
It was our initials, like the acronym of our initials. It was like JKJI, something like that. And we performed at the talent show, the elementary school talent show. And then from there, I felt like a rock star. Like, it was so dope. I wish I had recordings of it. And from there, I was like, okay, I know this is what I want to do with my life. And that's how it all started from that. How
did you and Kasim connect?
This is to all my viewers out there. Make sure, like, everybody you meet, you have no idea what they could do for you, so be nice to everybody. So I met this guy at a Lil Yachty concert 3 years ago, and we followed each other on Instagram. And he on my Instagram stories, I always post, like, me making beats and stuff and me playing guitar. Mm-hmm. And 2 years later, he hits me up and is like, my friend needs a guitarist. You should definitely hit her up. Her name's Moody. Shouts out. Or Alicia
Drayton. Shout out to Alicia.
Yeah, shouts. He was like, and I ended up playing with her for this show in Washington at a library, like this tiny desk type of vibe. So that was tight. And at that, I ended up meeting Kasim. He was real, like, jolly and joyful.
That is so Kasim. He has such great energy.
He performed, and I was like, whoa, this dude is next level. His set was so good. He had, like, the flyest outfit in the whole building. I was like, who is this dude? And I ended up talking to him afterwards, and he told me he had this idea, which was the idea for Camry.
If I promise to pay my bill, even if I do come late, she said you be running game, you and your boys play relay. Ay, I treat each day like it's my B-day, treat each night like it's our B-day, but right now, treat your back like a sweepstakes, give you all scratches. The cloud mattresses till we climaxing them. Have you crying when I start asking, when you leaving, cause I really gotta go. She said, why you gotta leave? Said, well, I got a show. Then she asked, well, can I roll? Now we on the road, DMV side. Me and my baby and my broke down Camry, my dearly beloved. The only soul that I fuck with, them other folks was nothing. You should go and quit the frontin' now. Me and my baby cruising in my Camry. Bad black thing tastes kinda like candy. Can I be down for you?
It's been history since, but it's crazy how that all started off me meeting the guy. And I ended up talking to him afterwards, and he told me he had this idea, which ended up was the idea for Camry. And I was like, cool, yeah. And like a month later, we ended up making Camry, and it's been history since. But it's crazy how that all started off me meeting the guy at a Lil Yachty concert. And I gave him, it was like just mosh pits the whole time. And like everyone was so dehydrated, and I went and I got water for both of us. And yeah, so
shout out to being a genuine, kind,
nice person. Yeah.
First start producing.
Whew. 8th grade, I want to say. When I put music out, like everyone was like, it's trash. You're trash. You're not gonna be nothing.
Wow.
Even like my closest friends was like on that vibe. And
what was the first song that made you believe like, okay, like I can do this, all of y'all can suck my dick, like I'm talented, I got this?
Yo, it's a song called Llama, and it goes, the hook is, I'ma buy a llama, name her Tatiana.
Hey.
I don't know, that song was so dumb, but it went, everyone loved that song, and I was like, okay, I'm doing this. Eventually, everyone started calling me Johnny Llama.
I want to talk to you about your new project. What made you want to name it No Color?
Because that's actually how it came out. As I was making it, I had no idea it was going to be about colorism and like just going over skin tones and racism
yeah.
and all of that. And No Color was, it felt like the best title, because really overall in each song is like, it's about like, why does color matter? Like, why are you judging me because of my skin tones?
Do you feel like where you grew up influenced how
100%
you feel?
yes.
Yeah.
100% yes. All right, on the song called Who's the Nigger. That song was inspired based off how I was raised. The part of Baltimore I grew up, almost like all the white people said the hard ER, like not even GA, like the hard ER. And I've been called that like so much in my lifetime. And you can hear it in my voice on the second verse when I'm like, I ain't know, like you can really hear like the pain.
Like the aggression, like you're over it, like you don't like stop disrespecting me.
For real, that's really how it was. And
do you think that your music is a way for you to heal, or do you feel like your music is a form of activism, or both?
I think a little bit of both, because this definitely is healing, because this is actually the first time since I experienced this stuff that I'm actually speaking about it.
Wow. And
especially in songs, because I never talked, like, even my mom doesn't know anything about this. It's just me and my dad, and I do think a bit of activism, because it's a lot of kids in that area, like my skin tone, going through the same exact thing. So this is definitely for them. Yeah. Because I know a lot of us don't have, like, it's hard to speak up about stuff like this, and so yeah, I just want to speak for everyone that's in the same situation. Let them know they're not alone.
Wow. What inspired you to get that courage to want to be the voice?
I never saw myself being the voice, but just being tired of it. You know what I mean? Like, just going through it for so many years, just being tired, and if you don't say nothing, it's just gonna continue.
Yeah. So it's like, why not use your outlet? Your
Yeah, that's
form?
exactly how it was.
My favorite song on the project, it's a tie between More Love and Make the Change. I definitely feel like it's as simple as we need more love. Like, I just
Definitely.
I feel like people just need to be more loving.
I definitely agree. I wrote something kind of similar to this, but it's like I kind of miss like being a kid, because like you can hang out with anybody, any race, and colors and shapes and sizes do not matter whatsoever.
Yeah.
Now, like as you're older, like everyone is so judgmental and quick not to speak to you or anything. Like they feel threatened or something, or whatever the case may be. So more love is very big. We definitely need more love, especially what's going on in the country right now. Like, so yeah, I feel like it's a big one. Especially make the change.
Well, how do you feel like people can make the change every day?
Just by being nice. Just by being nice to somebody.
Seriously.
Everyone can easily just be nice to somebody. It's really not that hard.
You don't lose anything, and you gain so much.
For real. And you make someone smile. Who doesn't like smiling and happiness?
It's literally like giving someone a blessing. It's like giving someone a gift, Like if you don't, I always feel like when you go somewhere, you should bring something, whether it's something tangible or whether it's your energy, a compliment, a listening ear, something.
Definitely agree.
What was one of your favorite songs to make on your new project?
Woo! Make the Change. Musically, that's probably my best song. Gotta do something to make the change.
Why?
Because I knew what I was doing, and I wrote all the horn sections and the song, and the flutes that went into it, and the strings that went into it, and the drums that went into it, and the guitar, and the theory behind it is like, it's just good. And it took me 2 months to do that song, like alone.
How did you? Okay, who are playing the flutes and the horns?
Okay, on flute we have Asia Palmer. She's coming up. She goes to Baltimore School for the Arts. Shouts out to her. Shouts out to David Jung on alto saxophone. He's dope. He has a project coming out soon. Shouts out Brandon Woody on trumpet. He's probably the best. He's in Baltimore. He's kind of like the iconic jazz musician. Wow. Jim Dooley, who's a guy I met on YouTube. He's playing drums, and I'm playing every other instrument: the guitar, bass, the Glock. It's like bells. I forgot. It's called a Glock something.
The Glock? I'm like, you got the dog out? What we talking about?
It's a Polish instrument. It's a Polish German.
I used to play bells, bass drum, clarinet. I was
very
good at
dope.
Snare drum. I love snare drum so much.
You still play?
I haven't played any of them since middle school.
Come on. Nah, we gotta put you on the track. You on the next album. You on the next album.
All right, let's go.
My favorite song, I would probably say, I think Slam Poetry.
Why?
Just because I feel like the way I did it, it came out better than what I expected to be. And I really feel like I accomplished the satire message behind it. That color really doesn't matter, and really saying poetry is really the poems from the perspective of let's say like an angel or like a higher being looking at humans and seeing how stupid we all are and attacking every race with their stereotype.
Yeah, we're all human.
Yeah, and then at the end, making you realize that you're acting ridiculous. And yeah, I think that's my favorite song. And it was my first time doing swing jazz, like 40s traditional swing jazz. So it was a moment for me.
When did you first get into jazz? What was the first jazz artist that you were exposed to?
My cousin, Richard Taylor, he is a jazz drummer. He was actually the first person to put me in the studio.
Wow.
Like actually let me witness and see the recording session at like 12. And it was like a jazz session. And he used to give me all these records and stuff. He actually just died like 2 weeks ago, so rest in peace. Yeah.
What inspired you to make music?
Living every day. To be honest with you, if I had music, I'd probably be depressed. It's like my diary for me. Like if you listen to the first project, it talks about like what I went through, getting bullied and stuff. And second one is about the toxic relationship of love, and the good parts of love too, not just the bad.
Yeah. And
then this one is about, a topic I really want to talk for a very long time, of the experiences I had with racism, and it's really therapeutic for me, and I get a lot off my chest. Also, collaborating with people is a big inspiration because I get to do things I never would do. Like I just worked actually with a DMV artist, and we made like 80s music. Never done that.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, and then like working with Kasim, I never made R&B like that 90s R&B like the Camry is. Never done that.
Wow.
Got to do that. Got to make punk music, metal, and classical, and like every genre there is. Yeah. So
shout out to experimenting.
Yeah, and when you experiment and like try new things, you grow as an artist and you learn new things. So I definitely recommend it, and never let your ego stick aside, because sometimes that can keep you in a box and make you feel like you're good where you at, but you can always improve.
What is some advice you could give for young producers just starting out?
Oh, definitely. Be yourself, and don't be afraid to experiment, and don't go in thinking every beat you're gonna make is gonna be a banger, because it's definitely not like that, or at least for me. Like, because I make a lot of bad songs, a lot of bad beats before anything good can really come out. And don't be afraid to collaborate. Don't let money be like the reason, because it really does take the fun, and it can ruin a relationship when money gets involved with the producer. So yeah, definitely just have as much fun as you can, experiment, collab, just be yourself. That's what I gotta say.
Okay, well, thank you for coming and being on Media Monday.
Definitely. Thank you for having me.